Good day everyone, I am Jelibeth Onsayag from the Group 3. So here are our topics. Millennials and news, millennials and social media, millennials and Twitter, millennials and mobile technology. Millennials and news. Millennials, the generation of people born in the 1980s or 1990s. News, a report of recent events. It may be reported through newspaper or news periodical or a newscast. News is the important part of communication that keeps us informed of the changing current events, issues, and characters in the world outside. It may be interesting or even entertaining. The foremost value of the news is as a utility to empower the informed. How millennials access news. Data from a survey held in May 2021 in the United States revealed that the most popular news source among millennials was social media, with 43% of respondents reporting daily news consumption on social network. Where do millennials get their news? According to the study released by ePulse, 68% of the 500 millennials who participated in the survey said they receive most of their news information from Twitter. This was closely followed by word of mouth, which is 63%, and news websites, which is 62%. Many millennials follow news stations and newspaper on Twitter and Facebook. Pero guys, not all news in social media is reliable. Dili tanan balita sa social media na atong makuha is tinuod. There are more possibilities that we might be nga misinformation ta. As much as possible, sa TV news ta mag-refer or sa radio or newspaper. Millennials and social media. Social media, forms of electronic communication such as websites for social networking and microblogging, through which users create online communities to share information, ideas, personal messages, and other content such as videos. Social media originated as a way to interact with friends and family, but was later adopted by business that wanted to take advantage of a popular new communication method to reach out customers. The power of social media is the ability to connect and share information with anyone on earth or with many people simultaneously. Examples of social media are Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and other social media platforms. How social media affect millennials? This increase in the use of social media seems to tie back and be related to the rising numbers of millennials experiencing higher levels of anxiety, depression, and other mental health conditions. What do millennials want from social media? They are looking to those influencers to discover the latest trends, inspire them with new ideas, and entertain. In many ways, millennials are looking to influencers to provide the same content with plenty of entertainment value. We all know that kasagaran sa ato aga gamit og social media to entertain. Why are millennials using social media? Although millennials have an array of reasons for using social media, the largest percentage of respondents said the main reasons are to stay up to date with news and current events, which is 36%, and or to find funny or entertainment content, which is also 36%. Others mainly use social media to fill up their spare time, 34%, or to stay in touch with their friends, which is 32%, to share photos or videos with others, 29%, to research or find products to buy, 28%, general network with other people, 27%, because a lot of their friends are on them, 25%, to share their opinion, 24%, to network for work, 23%. Which social media is most popular with millennials? YouTube was the social media platform with the biggest reach among United States Gen Z and millennials internet users, regardless of gender. During the September 2019 survey, 95% of male and 92% of female respondents stated that they use the online video platform, which is YouTube. In contrast, Facebook had 73% for male and 78% for female, respectively, followed by Instagram, which is 69% for male, 79% for female, Snapchat 53% of male, 64% from female, Twitter 50% from male, 42% from female, Twitch 43% from male and 12% for female, TikTok 21% from male, 23% for female. As of 2020, Snapchat was the most popular social media platform among Gen Z and millennials to connect others, which is 100%, followed by TikTok, which is 91%, followed by YouTube, which is 87%, next Instagram 83%, and the last Facebook and Twitter, which is 71%. That's all, and the next topic will be discussed by Karen Dugayo.
Hi everyone, this is Karen A. Dugayo and this is my report. Understanding the impact of technologies to millennials and Twitter. Twitter is an American microblogging and social networking service on which users post and interact with messages known as tweets. Registered users can post, like, and retweet tweets, but unregistered users can only read those that are publicly available. Who are millennials? Millennials, also called Gen Y or Generation Y, refers to individuals who were born between the 1980s and early 20s. They follow Generation X and are largely the children of people who are part of the baby boomers demographic cohort. So, millennials are also referred to as echo boomers. So, ang matawag na millennials is nagsugod og pagkatawo gikan sa 1980s padulong sa 20s ug sa mga bata nga bagong natawo. Impact of technologies to millennials. Having multiple devices and the internet allows the ability to solve problems quickly and uncover new perspectives. The accessibility to a vast amount of information means this generation gained more knowledge more quickly than any generation before. So mas sayon ra sa ato karon because ang atong technology is nag-advance na siya. Di pareha sa una nga dili pa kaayo ka ng technology. It's because wala pa internet sa una. Unlike sa ato karon, mas dali na ta makakuan og information because naanay tay internet and dali ra pod ta makakuan og mga news, mga bagong mga kuan, knowledge with the use of our devices, computers, laptops, or any gadgets with the use of internet. Although research in brain development among millennials is still new, some medical experts say that brains of people in this generation are physically developing differently because of their almost constant interaction with technology. These changes could have an impact on millennials' communication. I think it is very possible that technology alters the brain. Brain development is not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Texting and surfing the web use different parts of the brain than reading or speaking. Technology use can affect the parts of the brain that controls the core of a person's personality, from how they work in a team down to hand gestures and expressions. How does Twitter affect our daily lives? Twitter has obviously been used to raise awareness of political topics, spread political messages, and coordinate collective action. But Twitter is also used to gauge public opinion, often producing a false sense of consensus or how many people feel strongly about the topic, so-called Twitter storms. What is the impact of Twitter? Twitter allows you to easily promote your research, for example, by providing links to your blog stories, journals, articles, and news items. Reach a large number of people quickly through tweets and retweets. Follow the work of other experts in your field. Twitter can be a very effective tool for increasing the visibility of your research, networking, keeping up to date, communicating with people and subjects that are relevant to you. Twitter have become increasingly popular with academics as well as students, policymakers, politicians, and the general public. It has now become the social media platform of choice for many. But its popularity can be intimidating if you don't know how to use Twitter. Fortunately, Twitter is incredibly easy to use. Here, we'll cover what Twitter is, who uses Twitter, and how you can get started on the site. So, that will be all, and thank you.
So hello everyone, I am Engalan, and now I am going to present and discuss the last topic of our report, which is the Millennials and Mobile Technology. But before I go further with my discussion, let us see first the definition of the mobile technology. So what comes into your mind when you hear the word mobile technology? So mobile technology includes portable electronic devices that displays digital images and are manipulated by touching the screen using a stylus or digital keypad. In addition, mobile technology allows users to connect to the digital world, such as for communication, entertainment, and socialization. Examples include smartphones, smartwatch, tablet, and laptop. And I believe that everyone is familiar with the face of mobile technologies. Then next, let us see what kind of relationship millennials and mobile technology have. First, millennials are the first generation to develop a relationship with mobile technology, which is essentially baked into every millennial's DNA. The social media movement was in fact founded by the millennial generation. So being a digital native, millennials is also the first generation to grow up with technologies like internet, social medias, and mobile phones. So basically, their interest and aspiration is being influenced and expand throughout the years sa ilang pag-uban duha. Then next, millennials have more positive perception of how technology affects their lives than any other generation. Like, according to research, more than 74% of the millennial generation feels that mobile technology makes their lives easier. And 50% of younger millennials says mobile devices are their primary access point to the internet. However, Millennials aren't just using technology to communicate with their peers. Because of their comfort level with digital, they're engaging online in ways that other generations are just getting used to. Just like what I have said in the previous slide, mobile technology is not just for communication. Mobile technology is also used for entertainment, for work, and education, as well as for socialization. The next, let us see first this chart. So this is from the Pew Research Center, the mobile and social adoption by generation. So owning a smartphone. So 30% came from the silents, 67% came from the baby boomers, 85% came from the Generation X, and 92% came from the millennial generation. So millennial generation dominates the owning of smartphone. So as expected, sila gid ang nakataas nga rate since because they grow up together with mobile technologies. The next, owning a tablet. 25% came from the silents, 52% came from the baby boomers, and 54% came from the millennials, and 64% came from the Generation X. So Generation X uses tablet computer not just for entertainment. They use tablet computer for their work since because they are much older than the millennial generation. So mas focus sila sa work kaysa pag-socialize. The next is the use of social media. 20% came from the silents, 57% came from the baby boomers, and 75% came from the Generation X, and 85% came from the millennial generation. So as expected, millennials ang mo-dominate sa usage of social media since because most 100% of the social media user came from the millennial generation. So I hope that it is clear. Then next is that millennials are so tethered to mobile phones that the majority would give up their car before their devices. So example lang is, di ba, ang uban millennials is mayon din nga if malupot lang ilahang mobile devices is kanang murag feeling din nila is mawala na rin sila gan na mo lihok. So this attitude is very indicative to the relationship they have with this technology and how much it means to their daily lives. That mobile technology gives productivity to the millennial generation. So in general, mobile is important because it gives millennials a voice in a two-way conversation with brands, whether it's a tweet complaint, vote for their favorite music show contestant, or participate in an SMS campaign. So mobile technology really holds a huge role to the millennial generation. Aside from it gives them the freedom to socialize, mobile technology gives also millennials the freedom to deliver the speech through digital, to vote, and to participate in any campaign. And now, let us proceed to the impact of mobile technology. Let's start first on the education. So mobile learning, according to Lan and Say, is a learning strategy that allows students to access instructional resources from anywhere and at any time using mobile and internet technologies. Mobile devices have the advantages of being inexpensive, portable, and adaptable. Due to the low price of mobile devices in the market, the education department applies the online learning mode, which they see as convenient in terms of unexpected situations. Like for example, the online class during COVID-19. So incorporating mobile technology into teaching learning appears to benefit both lecturers and students. Teachers can use mobile technology to deliver lectures to students via recorded materials. It indicated that the use of mobile technology can improve academic performance. However, being associated with positive student perceptions of the collaborative learning, it also increased students' disengagement during class. So moreover, online learning creates and opens opportunities for students in digital settings. The next is the communication. So mobile technology makes life easier in a variety of ways, not the least of which is making communication more routine. We can communicate with those we need to reach, whether for work or personal reasons. Mobile technology has improved the way we conduct business. Aside from that, our social skills appears to be deteriorating all the time as a result of our overuse of smartphones, which has turned us into smartphone zombies or smombies. So, so sharing seemingly insignificant information, such as where we are, what we are doing, and how we appear, has a significant impact on our relationship with our friends and loved ones. And constantly hiding behind a device, whether it's a computer, tablet, or mobile phones, hindered our social skills that the previous generation have mastered. Millennials can improve these interpersonal skills. However, it does not come as natural as it has in the past. So next is for the entertainment. The fact that you make use of mobile technology in the midst of entertainment, you are learning as well. The majority of people stated that they are attached to their phones because of its functionality as an entertainment device rather than as tools that allows them to communicate at any time and from any location. So for millennials, digital entertainment become more convenient. Instead of going to cinemas or listening into radio, they simply turn the smartphones. Some of the music taste of the millennials have been influenced by the mobile technology. So instead, they listen to our country's original song. They tend to listen on Western and K-pop music. And next is in the health. Mobile technology's impact on healthcare can be felt throughout a patient's treatment. Prevention is the first step. Consumer-facing mobile apps educate and raise awareness about health issues. Providers can use mobile health technologies to diagnose and treat patients even if they are in remote areas. So like for example, if there is a patient nga niadtog emergency with na symptoms of stroke or any kind of diseases, then ang katong naa didto ang nga physician, pwede siya mo mag-use og mobile health technologies. Nga pwede siya mo reach out dito sa another specialista nga pwede mo hatag og accurate og paspas nga actions. Then, cloud-based electronic health records or EHRs, wearables, telemedicine systems, biometric sensors, and more are example of mobile technologies used in the healthcare industries. So, di ba daghan mga mobile technologies ang ginagamit sa healthcare industries. So, grabe jud og kanang tabang ang mobile technology sa health industries. So next, there are reasons why mobile devices transform healthcare. First is healthcare consumerism. Consumers, particularly Generation Z and Millennials, demands information and other conveniences at their fingertips just as they do to any other industry. So di ba, ang Millennials is gabi sila og demand para sa healthcare since ang ginagamit man pud sa uban industry is nagamit man pud sila og kanang mobile technology, mao pud ang ginagamit sa millennials. So ang gusto pud sa millennials is mag-implement pod og kanang mga or mag-invest og mga mobile technology ang healthcare, such as gusto mo gud nila ma-monitor ang kanang users reviews, kanang unsaon pagbayad through online, and to arrange appointments. So, di ba mo na pinang ginagamit? So, di ba ka basta-basta makadto or clinic or hospitals if wala pa ka pa-appoint. Di ba? And then next is shift to value-based care. Providers of healthcare are seeking for methods to reduce costs and make service more accessible. So with the use of mobile technologies, kanang murag gamay na lang siya og nang dali ra ang kanang trabaho. So gamay ra pod ang kanang payment. So gamay lang ang mabayad since napadali naman sa sa mga mobile technologies. The next, it increased focus on social determinants of health. For example, technology can over obstacles like a lack of mobility or geographic location, both of which can limit access to care. Di ba ni Oman ka na sa mga remote areas, sa mga bukid-bukid ka ng gamay lang sila access sa healthcare. So di ba so kung if ever nga layo pa mo sa hospital, tas wala sila ka ng Uber or Grab. So maglisod pa sila since naman sila sa remote areas. Wala pa sila yung mga advanced technologies. So with the use of mobile technologies, na-focus na ang social determinants sa healthcare. So mas accessible na para sa katong nasa remote areas through telemedicine system and etc. Next is for work. Mobile technologies have the potential to influence the process and progression of the work days, as well as to boost productivity, transform business process, and propel the growth of new products and services. So with the use of mobile technologies, di ba ang ang workplace ron is gagamit na sila ka ng mga advanced technologies like computers. So, di ba, with the use of computers, dali lang ilang pagtrabaho because if traditional nga gamit ka na magsulat-sulat ka, di ba madugay ka. So, if na computer, igo na nimo i-add to sa katong kuan, ma-access na nimo ang mga information, ug unsa pay or kanang even sa kanang pagbaligya, mag-produce og product. So, dali na kaayo through online na tanan ang work. Then next, millennials have become more open-minded and informed as a result of technological advancement. Their digital competencies prepare them to perform entry-level tasks in today's many markets. Their open-mindedness gives their opinions credibility, making their minds valuable assets to business decision makers. And so that's the end of our discussion, and I hope that we made it clear to everyone. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.